This is part 2 of the video about the dynamic login module from Data Springs. So last time we had, in the previous video, we have stopped right after we were able to add the module to a page and make sure that DotNetNuke was able to redirect to that page. Now, let's make this, let's try to make this user login a little bit more appealing. And again, if you know CSS, if you know a little bit of HTML, it will be very useful when dealing with this module because you're going to be able to set up buttons for the login, for the register, for the password reminder. You're going to be able to change this the way you want. So let's, again, play a little bit with the elements that we have here. Let's go to our admin view and let's go back to the module settings to control panel. So from the control panel, let's first do a couple things. Let's try to put the label and the text in the same line. And to do so, I'm assuming that I can just drag, I can copy this token, can put in the same line as the user label. So here I'm putting the user label and the text in the same line. I'm gonna do that for the password as well. Again, I just want to prove that you can change the layout of the login very easily. Let's delete those tables. Let's delete this row. Let's delete this row as well. So let's save the template. And let's go back to Internet Explorer and refresh this page. Perfect. So now we have username and password in the same line. Again, I don't want to go and to say that this layout is better than that one. It's not the case. The case is just to prove that you can do pretty much whatever you want with the login layout. Now let's try to do some other stuff as well. For instance, let's change from login link and text to images. Let's change the login, the register, and the password reminder. Let's see how we can do that. Let's go back to the module and let's explore a little bit those options here. So from here, let's go to module configuration and then let's scroll all the way down. Under button type, we have the option to have the buttons as link buttons or as image buttons. So let's give a shot on image buttons. Let's select image buttons and then let's set up the login image, the register image, and the password reminder image as well. I have put aside 3 images, one for each those links. So from link type, I can put the URL to the image representing the login, or I can upload an image to the site. I can select a file, and then I can upload new file. I can click browser, and I do have this one is for the login. So I have a login image. Click open, click select, upload, selected image, selected file. So the first one is done. Let's do the second one, the register image as well. File, I have it locally. I'm going to upload to the site. I'm going to browse, registration, upload selected file. So I'm uploading one file, one image for each one of those cases. Login, registration, and password reminder, the same thing, file. Then upload new file. And then I can click browse, password, and I can click upload selected file. So we have all 3 files uploaded. Let's click save settings. And now let's go back to Internet Explorer where we can see our login page as a logged out user. Let's refresh this. Perfect. So we have the login image. We have image replacing the login, the registration, and the send password. So again, very simple, very easy to use. One more thing, let's for instance, for the sake of testing, let's remove remember login. Let's say that I don't want this remember login. To remove it, very simple. Go back to the backend, go to manage templates, and guess what? We just need to delete the DNN checkbox, remember me. Let's delete this. Let's delete this row and let's save the template again. So let's go back to Internet Explorer. Let's refresh this and voila, we have the remember checkbox, gone. Now, as I said before, this module has so many options that I could easily spend 10 videos just going through option by option of this video. But now I want to cover one option in particular, one feature in particular that I think it's really, really useful. And just this feature alone, I think it pays for the module. Because again, I think that it's very, very useful. And this feature is called security role rules. And what is that? This is actually a way that you can say that certain groups of users in your website will be automatically redirected to a certain page after login. Let's say that you have two types of users in your site. You have clients and wholesalers, and you want one of those groups to be redirected to a specific page upon login. You can do that using this feature, and I'm gonna show that. I'm gonna create quickly. I'm gonna create a user group, a security role, and I'm gonna call it clients. So I have the client security role. I'm gonna create a user in this role, and this will be John. So here's John's account. I'm gonna click add new user. Now, John, I have to go to John and then manage the roles for this user, and I'm gonna say that John is a client. Check send notification, click add role to user. So I have added clients to John's account. Now I'm gonna create a new page just for clients. I'm gonna say for clients only. And this page will be visible, will not be in the menu. It will be visible only to clients that I have just created this group. And parent page, no page is a parent. I'm gonna save this. Okay, so we have the client page, and I'm gonna just add the content here. Client only page, This is just an example. Again, let's put it bold, H1. Let's save this. Okay, so the idea is whenever a client logs into the site, he will be automatically redirected to the client only page, but only if he's a client. How can we do that? Let's go back to our dynamic registration, dynamic login page, user login. Let's go there and let's set up a rule, security role rules. From here, I can say that the client, whenever a client logs in, it will redirect to this URL, and I'm going to select page. I'm going to select that page for clients only. I'm not going to add anything else here. I'm just going to hit update. Now let's have a look. So this is the rule. Now let's go back to our site that we're not logged in. Let's try to log in as John, and we should be redirected automatically to that page that we have just created for clients only. So let's put it John here, the username, password, and let's log in. Must have typed something wrong. Let's try again. And click login. Perfect. So we were automatically redirected to the clients only page. And you can apply this rule to any number of roles. Even in a user level, you can do that as well, if I'm not mistaken. Now, again, a bunch of other features, even like restricting access by IP address. So a bunch of other features, a bunch of other options. I cannot really cover every single aspect here, but this is a brief overview of the dynamic login module from Data Springs. Thank you very much, and bye for now.